on my mind. I don't want nobody else. I think about you all the time. I want you all to myself. I want nobody else but you. I want nobody else but you. I want nobody else but you. I want you all to myself. I want nobody else but you. I want nobody else but you. I want nobody else but you. I want you all to myself.
2, 3. What's up, DJ Dynasty? And we back with another freaking video. So,
I'm Darius, aka D Ford.
I'm Jasion, the one and only, Coca Cruz, You can follow us at all our social media.
But the first thing you can do is smash that like button, subscribe, hit the subscribe, and the little bell for notifications, and you'll be notified.
Not the little bell.
It is a bell.
Okay, so the video is more on a serious note. This is more of like a serious conversation. So, this is the coming out story. Did I already say that?
No, you didn't.
Okay, this is the coming out story. I'm going to talk about how I came out. So, theory.
Mine isn't that interesting, so... Wait, no, I should start. Or, no, you should start. No, yeah, that's good. Yeah, you start, because then, yeah.
You'll lead into that?
Because then mine will lead into how we met. Well, oh, wait, no, never mind. Okay. Here's gonna start.
For the hundreds that are in attendance. For the few that are watching at home. Let's start the... You put the phone down.
No.
Down. Okay. So, there she gotta scoot over to the back. Okay. So, when I was
A young warthog.
When I was a rich boy.
No.
Okay. So, when I was 3 years old, I was molested until I was to the age of 12. And it was by cousins, uncles, friends, just anybody. So it was like anybody who wanted to get their hands on me everywhere I went. It was always something. So, it was basically, and then like I was also going and doing stuff. Like I was in like elementary and like pre-K, and like I used to do stuff with people in the classroom at nap time. I was a hoe, a big hoe. So I was doing stuff with people all the time because I was so accustomed to that. And so that's how I knew that I like. Well, that's a way of how I became right, a person. Not straight, not gay, not what to say. Bisexual. It's backwards on the damn screen. Okay, lesbian, none of that. Trans, none of that. I became a person. And so, I didn't ever tell any of my friends. You said what?
Keep going.
I didn't tell any of my friends. I didn't tell anybody. But, I got to middle school. I was just hiding it. People was always trying to mess with me on the low. And it was just like, it was just really irritating. Like, dude. Yeah. So it's like, I didn't have my first boyfriend until I was like in the 9th grade. But okay, rewind. So, I had these girlfriends. I dated this girl from the age of kindergarten to 8th grade, 9th grade, something like that. Like we was on and off, on and off. And so, but at the same time, I was still, you know, people were still messing with me all through this time. So it's just a consistent thing. And so, by the time I got older, I was like, had really, really, really bad depression. Like I didn't like myself. I just felt like nobody just like cared about me because I was like moving from town to town and just from city to city, and it was so irritating. So it's like every time I get a friend, I have to move and make a new friend, and it was just a lot. Changing schools. I went to like 9 different elementary schools. It was so bad. So I ended up getting a counselor, a therapist. So I going to therapy and all of that. And I was just I was so pissed. So this is like 8th grade. By the time 8th grade, I had a therapist, 7th and 8th grade. So by 8th grade, I was in the counselor's office, and I was in there, and she was like, "So do you want to tell your mom?" And I was like, "Girl, no, it is not that time. Like, no." So then I was like, "Ugh, I'm so scared. I'm so scared." So then, like, still, none of my friends knew. And so, one day my mama came in there, and she was just like, "What is it?" And then I was like, so my therapist was just like, "Yeah, your son is having some identity issues." And I'm like, "Bitch, identity issues? Hold on. Number one, hold on. Bitch, not identity. My identity is already know what my identity is. Second of all, I think I just like dick." Oh. So she was just like, "Okay." So I didn't say that. This was in my head. So she was like, "Your son's having some identity issues." And then my mom was just like, "What you mean?" And I was like, "Mom, I've been molested ever since I was 3. Yeah." And she was just like, "Oh, me too. I've been molested when I was younger. This and that." And I was just like, and then I was like, "Yeah, by this person. And she was just like crying and stuff. And then she was like, "Well, basically, I accept you." That wasn't what she said, wink, wink. You know, it was just like, "I accept you because, we tend to do shit in the past as well, back in the day, But it's complicated, okay? My mama used to do stuff back in the day, so she couldn't judge me for the stuff that I did, basically. I mean, she can't judge all of this, So because the shit that she, did in the past. So, I came out to her and I was like, "Okay, this is simple. This is simple. I can bear this." So, after I came out to my mom, it was a little easier, but it was still the public that I had to deal with. So, my first boyfriend, I'm gonna name him, let's see, Paul.
Jaquashawn.
No, ew. Paul.
Jaquashawn.
What?
Come on.
Paul was like, I was in the 9th grade. Paul was in the 8th grade. And it was like, okay, we met. He was in middle school. I was in high school. But his middle school was like down the street from my high school. So like we went after school and all seen each other at the library. And it was just like a lot of stuff. And so basically, we was getting a good relationship. It was like 2 years. No, I ain't gonna say 2 years. It was like a year and a half. It was, I don't know, because we kept breaking up, and then we had boyfriends, and then we would be on the phone with each other boyfriends and stuff. I don't know. It was a long period of time, though. So, me and my first boyfriend, we was together. And so I was at school. I was in ROTC at the time. So I was at school, and like the girl, I was in ROTC and I had drama practice because I was in theater. So I would have theater and then have to switch and go to ROTC. So I was at ROTC practice and they followed me from the theater to ROTC. And she was like, I'm like, damn, what the fuck them bitches whispering about? So I go over there and she's like, oh, you Jordan boyfriend. And I was like, who? And they was like, oh, you Paul boyfriend. And I was like,
cut.
and,
rewind.
And I was like, girl, no. So then I went home and I was snapping on Paul. Like, I called him. He wasn't answering the phone. So then he finally answered the phone. I'm like, Paul, why the fuck you telling these bitches, you know, our business? This is between me and you, blah, 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 blah. And he just like, I didn't tell them this and this and this and this and that. So I was like really, really pissed at this point. I was just like, I'm so fucking done with your ass. Like, you telling everybody our business. This ain't got nothing to do with nobody. Like, this is between me and you. Why are you doing that? I go to sleep. I get up early in the morning. I'm at school. And, like, people looking at me. I'm like, why the fuck they looking at me? Like, I mean, they dead ass staring me in the hallway and stuff. And so, I get to my cousin, Darius. He's featured in one of our other videos. So I go to my cousin and he like, you see that picture that Paul posted yesterday? And I'm like, no. He was like, Paul posted a picture on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook of y'all kissing. Where that bitch at? Where that bitch at? Where that bitch at? Where Paul at? Where Paul? Where Paul? That's all that was in my head. I was just like, where the fuck is Paul? I'm finna beat this motherfucker ass. Oh, I'm finna beat his motherfucking ass. I was so mad. I was so mad. It kind of making me upset right now. I'm sorry, Darius. So long ago. Okay. So, I'm basically just like, okay.
The fuck?
I'm like, okay, so this is what it is. This is how we doing the game? Okay. So I go to Paul. I'm like, Paul, when I see you at school tomorrow, best believe I'm beating your ass. And that's dead ass what I meant. Like, I'm beating your ass when I see you. Like, we done. Ain't no more talking. I'm beating the fuck out you when I see you. Just to let you know. So, I get to Paul. I mean, the next day, like, I got my ROTC boots on. They steel toe boots. And I had some camouflage pants, and I had war on my shirt. And I came down to the cafeteria, like, I mean, I was ready to go. Tell me why my principal and the security guard was right there like this. Like, they already knew. Like, cause I told him I was coming to beat his ass. So I walked to the cafeteria, they just standing there. So I'm just like. So then, like, I went upstairs, and his mama, and Paul, and the principal in there, everybody was in there. And I got suspended for a week. And, in-school suspension for a week. So, after that, I got back with Paul. This is the catch. My mama begged me to get back with Paul because she liked Paul. So then, I got back with Paul after, like, two or 3 weeks because I was, like, super pissed. I got back with Paul. But this is the catch. I didn't get back with Paul because I wanted to get back with Paul. I got back with Paul for revenge. Revenge is a motherfucker, Darius. If you fuck over on me, I'm beating your ass and I'm getting revenge, okay?
Huh? Get back to the story.
Okay. So, basically what I did was I cheated on Paul, recorded it, and then sent it to him. So then, I was basically just done with public relationships. So I started doing,
Hornet?
No. I started doing, like, long distance relationships. I was cheated on after Paul by somebody in my town. And I was just like, I'm done with this. I can't trust no more. Blah, blah, blah. So I did long distance relationships. Somebody broke up with me the day after my brother died. Like, was so sad. So, this comes to Darius. So I got with Darius.
So is that your?
So I got with Darius, and I just felt the love, like really, 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 really. I just felt the love from Darius. Like he showed me what love was, and so I was just like, stop. I just was like, I'm tired of hiding. Like, it's not for me. I mean, it's not for people, but it's just like for me. Like, I feel like I wanted to just post my boyfriend, be my boyfriend kissing, or if I just wanted to post my boyfriend, us together. Like, I just wanted to do that instead of hiding it in my gallery. So I was just like, you know what? I'm posting this shit. And I posted on Instagram, then I posted on Snapchat, and I was just, ugh. And then so I was just like, you know, I'm done. And then it was only one thing that was stopping me, and that was Facebook, because all my family and my friends was on there. And so I was like, you know what? I'm posting. And I wrote a message. Was it your birthday? Or was it before your birthday?
I think it was that birthday.
Yeah, I think it was his birthday.
Because it was, you posted. Yeah.
Yeah, it was his birthday, and like I posted this long message, and I was just like, "It's my baby, I love you, blah 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 blah," and everybody was like, "Happy birthday, nephew-in-law! Happy birthday, son-in-law!" and all that, and I was just like, "Oh wow, they take it to an extreme. Not son-in-law, not nephew-in-law. Hold on now." And so they accept Darius because Darius makes me happy. And I love him so much. So that's basically my coming out story. It's more to it, but if you wanna know more, you know, DM me. Coca Cruz, COCACRUISE.
That's what we didn't do in the last video.
Okay. So Darius, to your part.
That was all his coming out story. My story is non-existent. It just happened. Like, there's no story. It just kind of...
No, tell all the little stuff.
No, there's no little stuff.
It is. Darius.
So, wait. Let me start. Anyway. So, like, okay. Let's see. How should I say this? So, like, my thing is, like... I liked dudes, you know, everybody knows, like, back in high school, middle school, what have you. But, like, I never acted on anything because I was doing, like, a lot of stuff, like, high academics and stuff like that. So, I was never, like, I didn't have any boyfriends. I didn't, like, look for anything physically. And so I just kind of like went about my business, but like I felt like I had, cause like I had the high pitched voice and like all that stuff, so it's like I had kind of the mannerisms, and to me I thought it was like obvious, but like I felt I didn't have a reason to just like tell people like in an out kind of way, but like people would just like knew. But then like people, they don't really care. Like somebody can know, but like you don't really know that they know. So I was just moving on. So like I graduated high school, then went to college, and that's when I was actually like for myself, and I wanted, you know, to like do stuff. Like, okay, like I'm 18, 19, like I'm in college, like I haven't done anything. And so that was kind of my first I don't know, like, so I was on the apps and stuff. Like I got the apps obviously and just looking around, but it was still nothing physical though. It was just kind of like looking to see who's there. And so it got to junior year. What summer was that?
What?
The summer we met.
Junior. Sophomore year, going to junior year.
No,
It
couldn't
was.
have been. Oh, yes, it was. Okay, so the summer after my sophomore year, I met Jason. But before that, over winter break in December, I met with my best friend, and like it turned out that he was kind of having those feelings too towards like dudes. Like he wasn't really sure. Like I was more sure than he was.
Towards you, the fuck.
But anyway, so like I invited him over my house, and like yeah, so that was kind of like my first little, like it was cool. And then I came back to school, like was still in the absence stuff, and like I had kind of like I was dating somebody, Jacovian. We're gonna call him Jacovian. So I was dating Jacovian in March.
Y'all were dating?
I don't know what it was. It was casual.
I thought I was your first boyfriend.
He wasn't a boyfriend, but it was still like, I don't know, like he would come over to my dorm and we would do stuff. I don't think that's dating. But it wasn't really hooking up either.
Was it sex?
It wasn't. I don't want to be that explicit on here. Anyway.
But I'm saying, did y'all like do like it?
No.
Okay.
We didn't. But anyway, we was messing around.
Just to make sure, just in case you watching this video, don't think that you got it first. Don't think you hit it first.
I doubt he's watching this. But anyways, Jacovian, like, cause I go to school in St. Louis, here in St. Louis, and he lives in East St. Louis, I guess. And so he would just take the metro to my dorm. But then it was like he had I would have my classes and stuff, and we would talk on the phone, but then we just kind of leveled off, and I was like, I'm not feeling this, like, was less interested. So yeah, so like I had finals and went home, like ended that, and then so there was this funny story. Yeah, so then I met Jason that summer, and then like I started not caring like who knew. Like it was just like if you asked, like I would say yes or whatever. And so like me and my other best friend, she goes to school with me, and so like I told her about doing stuff with Jacovian, and then she was like, oh, yada yada yada, but like she wasn't
AKA
really,
Krista. What's up, Krista?
she wasn't really surprised because like she basically already knew. But like that she was the first person who I admitted it to, and so that was basically kind of it. And then like she kind of told other people, but like I didn't care. And then people would like confirm it with me, and I would just be like, yeah. And so I really just, the only people I didn't really
Back
tell.
up from the light.
The only people I really didn't tell was just my family, like my parents and stuff. And so, but like my parents, I felt like they knew, but it's just like officially telling them no. But then I met Jason, and then like later down the road, skipping to the future, doing things with him, kind of like like
true.
I don't know like how I should say this. So like I would be with him like late nights, cause I would go back to Little Rock. He's from Little Rock. That's where we met. And like he lives like 15 minutes away, and so I would just be over at his house late at night, and then my mom would be like, where are you?
Funny story. He was at my house one night. It was like 5 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock. And she called, and we was asleep. And she's like, Darius, where are you? And he's like, I'm at Jasion's house. And she was just like, what she say? Are you coming home? Or why you didn't tell me? Or something like that. And like, my roommate at the time, an extra roommate at the time, she was just really, she was trying to have sex with like straight guys, but like she was trans, so she was trying to have sex with straight guys, but then it was like they didn't want the dudes to know that they was like that, and so Darius was in my room, and so that means in order for him to leave, he had to go through the living room, and she slept in the living room, and the straight dude was in the living room with her, so Darius couldn't go out the living room, so he climbed out my window. I was so pissed off, and like me and my roommate got into an argument. Oh, it was so horrible because my boyfriend do not need to be climbing out no fucking window. Like, girl, no, that would never happen again, and it didn't. Because the next time it was late, Darius like, fuck that, I'm going out the front door. And he just like went out the room, and I was like, savage as fuck. She got mad the next day.
Because it was like, it was finna be the same time. And it was like, I'm not finna do this twice.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was like, it was finna get late almost to like 4 or 5 a.m. And I was like, I need to leave. Like, we told her this and this. And so...
Okay, back to your mom. Back to your mom and dad. So...
Anyway, skipping ahead. So... And then I would bring Jasion over so they like saw him and like knew who he was. So it wasn't like sketchy or whatever. And so like they knew who he was, this and that. But they didn't know like who he was to me. And so long story short, it just got to the point where I was like, yeah, Jason's my boyfriend. But it wasn't as direct as that. It was more, I don't know exactly how, I don't remember exactly how I said it, but it was just like, yeah, he's my boyfriend. Because like I slick told my dad straight up on the phone, but then he act like he forgot because he was just like still thinking Jason was a friend or something. I don't know. But then they end up both knowing, and so that was like them two.
And then they seen this picture. They seen this picture right here, in this, and his mama had put this in a drawer where she came. It was like sitting on a nightstand over there, and like she came to the apartment and like she seen this and put it in the drawer. That's just so funny. That is so funny.
That's unnecessary.
That's funny.
But anyway, so that's basically my coming out. Like, I guess I'm still in the process. You know, if you ask me, like, I'll tell you. But I have it on Facebook because we kind of set that up on Facebook a few months ago. Our relationship status. So, like, that's just on Facebook.
Yeah, but... basically, what I want to tell y'all is, don't be afraid to be yourself. Like, be confident, be strong. Don't do it because...
Don't feel like you gotta have some elaborate story, like you did a speech in front of your class, the graduation speech. Like, no, just be chill and comfortable, like, to the point where you don't care about what people think. And then it's just like, it just flows out of that. And then you have person you're comfortable with, best friend, whatever it may be, your parents, if they just super comfortable. Like, mine aren't in a sense, but like they do still love me, and like it's still like normal, so to speak.
Yeah, but I don't know. I just feel like y'all should take your time. Like, when you ready to do it, like, I don't feel like you have to come out and tell people your business, because you don't owe nobody shit,
You
basically.
really don't.
So just be you. Stay true to yourself.
God only made one you. If you can't be you,
Shut up.
nobody else.
Shut up. Yeah, so
That's from a YouTuber.
So I just want to say I love you guys.
Follow our social media down below.
Yeah. So I'm Jasion again. Make sure you subscribe, like, comment. Okay.
Smash that like button ASAP. 50 likes.
Okay. So you guys, peace,
Love
and abundance. I hope you have an awesome day.
and an awesome night.
I love you.
You love you.
All right. Let's get up out of here.
Oh wait. Oh, that was ugly.
Lights out.
We run this mother.